I actually do understand that criticism. I mean, hell, some of that same criticism could be levied at me, too. Okay, this is one of those videos that I'm gonna have an example of thing, but the thing that I need to talk about is directly... It's awkward in such a way that I'm not comfortable putting fan art on it. So we're not doing a fan art section for this one, okay? This is a thing that was made apparent to me about a week ago, and I haven't had a chance to do a video on it or talk about it. But I do want to, because there's a way that our language is utilized as content creators that we need to be very careful of and very cognizant of. You can say something in such a way that it is suggested that a person affiliates a particular way, but not directly say it. Almost so like when you could say somebody is allegedly a murderer, allegedly has done a thing. Most people have conditioned themselves not to hear the allegedly part, right? Okay, so what am I talking about? Well, who here is familiar with the streamer Chud Logic? Goes by Irrational Chad on Twitter. Who here is familiar with that? Plausible deniability. Yeah, even when you engage in plausible deniability because you 100% are trying to be sincere, your audience is not going to take it that way. They won't, generally. But who here is familiar with Chud Logic? Said, oh no, the Keffel story? Some Masqueration broadcasts. You already know what we're going to be talking about. Unfortunately, some Masqueration, I'm actually curious, what is your take? Because I know what my take is. My take is very, very... It should be very obvious. I have played video games with Chud. I have spoken with him very, very briefly, just in those engagements, cross-chat stuff on Twitch. But I do not know Chud Logic. I don't. I also know that Keffels does not know Chud Logic. Neither of us know Chud Logic. Let me go ahead and preamble this. From what I understand, Keffels is a very good person. Keffels is a good streamer. Keffels does a lot of work in trans rights awareness. And Keffels, generally speaking, is fairly responsible with her platform. However, there is an incident in which she was not, and we really need to talk about how we use our language as content creators. Because again, I think Keffels is a good content creator. But then incidents like this happen. This is from Chud Logic's stream where he takes a clip, or he watches a clip from Keffels. So we get both Chud's reaction to this and Keffels' reaction to this. And even if there is a backpedal from Keffels within that stream, it doesn't matter. Your damage gets done at that point. But tell me what you think.
You like racism?
Pretty sure that guy is like a pedophile.
But CTV, how about yourself?
I gotta correct Chud. He's not fucking Chud Logic on Twitter. This fucking asshole. He's Irrational Chad, right? Because he tries to be fucking. Right? He tries to be confusing, right? So Irrational Chad's where you find him. Anyway, I am CTV original_CTV on Twitter. Twitch.tv/Critical Veteran, and I facilitate infinity.dg.
That was fake. All right.
Or Infinity Acre Wood, right? So
I never rolled with it because I don't know if it's actually true. I didn't actually look into it. I just have a lot of people around me like convinced he's a pedophile. But knowing that I have been pedo-jacketed before, I don't feel comfortable like 100% saying yes, he is in fact a pedophile.
Oh, so you just say I think he's a pedophile, and that's okay then. Excellent. Good to know. Good news. Excellent. Good.
Okay, so there are responsible ways to do exactly what Keffels did there. Say a statement about something that has been alleged about somebody, and then have it be corrected by chat. There are ways to do it. One of them is to say, there are some rumors about that guy, but I don't really want to bring them up because it's not fair. Or there are some unconfirmed things that I don't like about this person. You can be vague. That is infinitely more responsible. You could also just very quickly go, hey, I dislike this person for personal reasons. The personal reasons can be that you think that they are a pedophile or that you are convinced that they are a pedophile, but you don't have to say it if you don't have any evidence. Yeah, Panda, it's called using tact. But to just briefly just very, very quick go, I think that guy's a pedophile. And then when somebody tells you it's fake, okay, well, maybe. I wasn't, 100% convinced, but like, no, none of that is responsible. None of that is responsible that is not a responsible thing to do as a content creator, especially a content creator like Keffals, who, again, does really good work besides. But to just randomly drop that to an audience of 1,100 people, that's not a smart thing to do. And there's zero reason to engage in that. There's 1,000 ways to have that conversation that are infinitely more tactful than just randomly dropping, I think that guy's a pedophile. When you're a content creator, there are consequences to all of your actions and all of your statements. Anything you say can be taken out of context, and while there is a certain veracity to the conversation about taking things in and out of context, how much you should care about people who take things out of context, think about the amount of people who have been convinced that various content creators are the worst thing in the world or evil or anything like that because their favorite streamer or their favorite YouTuber said it. And that is all they have to go on. All they have to go on is that a person that they trust says this. Keffals is generally a trustworthy person from what I have been able to tell. I don't know. I can't make a 100% determination, but from what I can tell, she generally seems to be a positive force in the world. Which means that there are a lot of people who are going to be trusting you and hanging on your words. So when you randomly drop, I think a person's a pedophile, even if you are corrected on that stream, there are going to be people who take that statement and that statement alone. Not to mention the actual conversation about what type of headspace this puts a person who you just randomly fucking accused on stream of. The walk back doesn't matter so much. It would be very awkward to me if this ended up being a situation where Keffals did not note that damage could be done by a statement like that, by flippant use of language like that. I could be wrong. Said about Vosh and Zan. Yeah, people spread rumors about Vosh and Xanderhall too. Same thing, same energy, same exact shit. And there's no reason for it. There's none. And I'm actually looking through here real quick to see if it doesn't look like a whole lot of conversation ended up happening or at least Chud didn't end up talking about it a lot on Twitter specifically, which is probably for the best, because usually when somebody drops something like that, randomly, feeding those flames is the exact opposite of the smartest thing to do. There's a video called Keffals needs to apologize to Chud Logic immediately. Absolutely disgraceful.
Chud Logic.
Thanks. It's been a pleasure. Great to talk to you all as always. All the best. Chud Logic on all good social media platforms. If you like racism or
pretty sure that guy is
man.
a pedophile.
CTV, how about yourself?
I got to correct.
Oh, that's a little more context. That made that a lot worse. Holy shit. It literally just while he's talking there, she just flat out, yeah, pretty sure that guy's a pedophile. So the way the clip originally was, just with the clip itself, it didn't seem like she was specifically talking about Chud. But no, with that there, that just makes it worse. Let's look through these comments real quick. The whole panel was a disgusting mess, but you going, I think they're a pedo with no proof. At least sus behavior gross. I saw on Twitter that she didn't like a friend Stardust has, and now she's rehashing a rumor about Chud. Oh, no, the friend Stardust has is Flamenco, who's literally a Nazi who has stalked Xanderhall. No. The friend we're talking about is Flamenco, who used to be on the kill stream. That's important information for that one. But, okay. Never rolled with it. Okay, but you just said it without being sure. Keffals did the same thing to Destiny, and Destiny hadn't even said a word to know her who she or knew who she was. I saw Keffal went to the Chud Logic stream and donated 1,000 bits. She didn't even apologize and just threw Chud $10. Jesus fucking Christ. What year is it? Because I feel like I just relived high school fucking drama rumors in the cafeteria. I don't know. Chud keeps on shouting racial slurs at Keffals, though. Most of them don't even apply. I mean, I'm not saying you should do that, but if somebody randomly calls you a pedophile on the internet, It's So what a shitty thing to say about someone. Hey, this thing I'm doing to Chud also has been done to me. But still, I'm going to do it anyways. Yeah, she said that she had been pedo-jacketed, right? And I hate making a video like this. I hate having to have a conversation like this because it's about somebody who I do respect. It's about somebody who I don't think is a bad person. And while I've never interacted with them, it's almost like a unanimous thing. Almost everybody just sees this and goes, yeah, no, that's an irresponsible way to use your platform. Don't do that. Weird to use pedophile in the derogatory sense for no reason other than not liking someone. Like, call them a jerk or dumbass, leave the kids out of it. Mass says something about Keffels. Anyone who follows Dylan Burns is auto-blocked, probably both on Twitch and Twitter. The controversy with Dylan Burns, I don't remember where it stems from, but it sprung up in the same time frame as this. I may be wrong about this one, but the Dylan Burns stuff, isn't that just because of the Hippie Dippy? Like, she just blocks anybody who's associated with Hippie Dippy? Which, I mean, technically should mean she should block Vosh, right? But I don't think she does. Pretty sure they're amicable. Said it's clear to me that she's too immature to be an online content creator. Not necessarily. Here's the thing. I was too immature to be an online content creator when I started. I learned as I grew. Keffels should learn from something like this as well. I don't know if she will, but she should. And hopefully this doesn't end up being one of the situations where, like, it's the whole thing from Street Fighter. The day that Bison came to your village and destroyed it was the most significant day of your life. But to me, it was Tuesday. Hopefully this isn't one of those things where, like, she makes statements like this and then forgets about them the next day, but the ramifications of them are felt by everyone else, but to her it was a Tuesday, right? Said, I think that with the very real harassment she's been getting, which includes several threats of violence, she's gotten so on edge that she might interpret others' actions as similar threats. From there, that ontologically evil meme that makes the rounds on Twitter might be setting in. I'm saying this because at around the 57-second mark, she says she got that information from friends who basically spread bullshit about him, likely off the past grooming allegations that, to my knowledge, were all debunked. But I don't think she's just gullible or whatever, because she's even more likely to have heard rumors like that about Vosh, who she seems friendly with. I doubt she would be if she thought they were true. Either way, I don't think Keffels is evil or anything like that, but throwing around claims like this so recklessly should never happen. And yeah, she owes Chud an apology. Hopefully, she also more thoroughly retracts on it on stream. She's also apparently on vacation and didn't bring her phone, so this subject seems like it will have to be put on hold until she gets back. Edit, I've heard that she went into Chud's chat during his stream today to apologize to him, so that's a good thing. Was it to apologize, or was it the $10 thing? Keffels was going to be on a panel and wasn't told Stardust was going to be on. She also hates how Hippie Dippy is run. Oh, no, I hate how Hippie Dippy is run. So, like, okay, personally, well, the other side of this is a rant. The other side of this is a rant. I don't hate Dylan Burns. I don't think what Dylan Burns does on the internet is bad either. I think he's a good person. I fucking hate Hippie Dippy. I hate it. The idea of a panel debate is so intrinsically, unilaterally fucking stupid and pointless. The idea that anything of worth can be garnered from a 9-way conversation between a bunch of disparate individuals outside of people randomly taking pot shots at one another is completely ludicrous. Hippie Dippy is a debate show with a bunch of people throwing shit at each other, and at the end of the day, that idea is only good as entertainment. But I don't see debate as entertainment to be a useful thing, because that means you end up platforming shits like Richard Spencer. In a one-on-one debate, you can maybe dismantle someone. But in a thing like Hippie Dippy, you can't. Said, I hate debate bros, but I'll watch Vosh when he's not debating. I don't even hate debate bros. I don't. I think debate is a useful medium. I do. I'm not that great at it, but I think that debate is an incredibly useful medium for communicating messages and dismantling bad positions. I do not think Hippie Dippy is that. I don't. And on the one hand, you could make an argument that, oh, it's harmless entertainment. I don't think it is. You don't get a proper challenge to ethical dilemmas in something like Hippie Dippy. You just get shit slinging. I think that entire thing is antithetical to the idea of debate, and it's the reason why I don't go on debate panels. Aside from the fact that I personally am not good at debate, that is a major factor. The other one is, when I do debates, it was always one-on-one or two-on-two. Anytime, with one exception, there is one exception, and this is where I garnered my thoughts that these types of debates are useless. There is an exception to this rule. I have had 2 group debates. One on the Atheist Ed's channel and one on Non Sequitur Show. Back when it was Non Sequitur Show. The thing it is right now, it is that channel in name, sure, I suppose. On Non Sequitur Show, there was a debate that was 4-on-4. It was 4 theists versus 4 atheists. And I did gain something from that situation. I did. Because like me, Shannon Q, Paul and Vice Rhino versus SJ Thomason, 2 other Christians I can't remember, and then Ocean Keltoy. Ocean was my debate opponent. You know what I gained from that debate? A good friend. The aftermath of that debate was us going to Waffle House and meeting each other for the first time because we realized we lived close enough to do that. But in terms of actual, like, ideological clashes, nothing of value was gained. Nothing of value was communicated. Nothing of value ever gets communicated well in those environments. They are antithetical to that type of communication. That's crazy. So speaking of debates, I heard someone say he's going on a 7-hour-long debate with someone on something Christianity related because in anything significantly less, not much can be established. That was neat. 7-hour-long debate. That sounds like the true definition of hell. So it's really frustrating, though, when human rights are talked about in question. If you want to have a multi-person debate, and you know it's going to be a shit show, don't have the debate about trans rights. Don't have the debate about rights to marry. Don't have the debate about people's lives and livelihood. Have the debate about an entertainment topic. You want to have that kind of panel-style debate? Have that kind of panel-style debate about, you know, fucking Sonic, Resident Evil, Pokemon. Have it about something that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what beliefs get platformed within that arena. But the idea of carefully platforming people so that they could be dismantled if they believe in an ideology that is toxic and antithetical to the idea of human rights, that goes completely out the window when you do something like Hippie Dippy. So I do agree a little bit with the hate for Hippie Dippy. I do. But I also think that just like with what Keffels did here with Chud Logic, the exact same arguments are all made towards Hippie Dippy. Responsible content creation. That is not what either of those two things are. So you're willing to be pro-fruit on pizza Twitch debate? I'll be pro-fruit on pizza. Avalon Babel says, I just remembered Keffel also doesn't like how drama-involved Dylan is, or how he's not a journalist, but is in the EU covering Ukrainian stuff, but keeps covering other shit. She feels like it's just another topic to him, and it's not a serious threat that's destroyed lives. I mean, I actually do understand that criticism. I mean, hell, some of that same criticism could be levied at me, too. The idea that this is just another topic. Though, at the same time, even if something is just another topic to you, bringing light to just another topic can end up having utilitarian good. That said, Giant Glory, thank you very much for redeeming your points for an... You fucking degenerate. So tomato is a fruit. How can anyone be against fruit on pizza? True. But now, I guess the takeaway in a rambly, just disjointed video like this is, if you're going to be a content creator, please be responsible with your content. Don't do stupid shit with your content. Especially if you're as large as someone like Dylan or someone like Keffels. When you are doing things in front of thousands of people all the time, please be responsible with it. Please. That's all I got for that one. As always, everybody, insert end of video tagline here.